about that time of year. Start putting in some reps. Get comfortable with your bow. Anything that you've changed, time to get used to it. By the time deer season comes around, I want it to all just be like second nature. Let's do that in a bunch. Honestly, I think I kind of dropped that one a little low. Shooting at 10 yards with my 20-yard pin, that's typically the top of the circle, probably 1.5 inches high. That there's dead on where I'm aiming, so either I've dropped it or I've corrected some issues. I bet I dropped it. That one's pretty close. Might be on to something. Okay. Now this is, let's see here. Of course I've got this so glommed up it's kind of hard to move you. This is my second volley. It's not bad for a guy who didn't shoot hardly at all summer long. But so my goal is minimum of 6, which is like the last thing I want to do in the world is shoot my bow. Ideally I want 12 arrows a day. Now a lot of you are going to say, oh, shoot an hour, shoot this, shoot that. I start falling apart the longer I shoot. My first so many arrows are the best arrows. And that's kind of the way I like it. I don't want to get warmed up and then into where it needs to be. I want it to start dead on. So for me, it has always worked. Generally, the longer I shoot, the worse it gets. So I want to shoot a few more rounds, and that'll probably be about it. Take you back with me. Carrying a whole tripod, that's kind of silly, but I need reps. Try this angle. I don't know about that one yet. That's awful darn close. Seems like a real good way to shoot you. Puts you right about here. You know what? Sometimes you just gotta do something stupid. This is either gonna be really cool or really dumb. Boy, that's close. just a little scared of it. Get fluffy off the end of my arrow. You survived. Honestly, kind of glad, because I really don't want to have to replace the camera. So, first, second, third, fourth. That was the last one. Once I kind of got comfortable with the camera being there. Things got a little better. Ain't great. I could definitely be doing worse. One of these days I'll figure out how to do like a live stream or something. I don't know if anybody'd be interested. Why not? So these are my new hunting arrows. These are the ones I made a video of. Factory Knox. These are Easton Axis with the blazers on them. These are the Axis 5mm. I went with 300 on the spline. I might have went a little too tight. I probably should have stayed in the 350s. But I knew that I was going to boost my weight of my arrow considerably, and I actually plan on increasing my poundage eventually if need be. So they're a little stiff. They've got the hit brass insert in them. I think it's a 50, no, it's a 75. You can break off 25 and make it 50. But I've got the full intact brass insert, 100 grain tips. Altogether, as is, this is 513. My old arrows were 413, so I boosted 100 grains between shooting a heavier shaft, heavier grains per inch on my shaft, and boosting by putting a 75 grain brass insert. Mostly just experimenting. I've always shot Spitfire 100 grain expandables, and always had good luck. Generally have pass-throughs, but the last couple of year seasons I've not had pass-throughs. And I really feel like, especially last year on the buck I shot, should have been a pass-through. Slight quartering away, I mean just like ever so slightly. 16, I think, 17 yards, and I poked the tip through the opposite side. He just did not come all the way through. Neither side was in the shoulder, nothing hard, never heavy. No real reason for it to not blow through. So I bumped up my grains. I'm hoping that extra kinetic energy, all that extra mass helps carry that arrow through. They're definitely hitting harder. I would say almost twice as hard, in all honesty. And what I really like is that it's maintaining that extra penetration all the way out to 50 yards. So that, I think, is going to help majorly. If not, I could always go to a different style of broadhead. My bow is slightly out of paper tune. I'm about a half a hole out and I cannot move my rest anymore. So I'm going to have to actually have something done if I'm going to go broadheads. It just doesn't shoot them as tight as I like them. I like it to shoot as tight as my field points, so that's why I've always shot mechanicals. If I need to, I'll go to a what do they call them, rear deploying, you know, like the Rages or the G5 Mega Meats, Dead Meats, something like that. Some kind of a slit back blade instead of a front deploying blade. But that's kind of my goal this year, is to bloody some arrows all the way through and find them at the shot and not find them where they're thrown so far down the trail or broken. And it was getting kind of expensive because every time I shot a deer it was left sticking out and it would always break off. I've got several broken arrows up here. And it's just kind of like, it gets expensive every time. So I put a little bit of investment. I really like these. They flat out thump. The only downside is that with my bow being a 60-pound bow, my arc is considerably greater, so I'm a little more critical that I have the exact yardage, which I always range anyways. But I'm so used to pin gapping that with my old sight, if I was within a yard or two, it was no problem at all. This one I need to be pretty dang close. It's actually better for me just to shoot the dial if it's at an odd yard, but I'm getting good enough in my book. I'm within an inch or two of where I want to aim. I'm very confident after 40. Ideally, I want him within 30. 20 is best. So we're just going to find out. I've shot deer before at 44 yards with my old setup, and that was a pass through. I'm not sure what's going on. So part of the journey. Keep shooting. Well, that ain't too bad. I mean, all times I'm pointing here at the center. It's right above it, which is, you can go to tape and find out. Center is, yeah, it's about an inch and a half. So inch and a half high generally. So that one there is, that one's about a half-inch low. All the rest of them are within a quarter inch of it, so that's not bad. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I don't shoot competitions. I shoot in the backyard and I kill deer. And sometimes fish. Turkeys. Squirrels. I don't remember anything else. Alright, well that pretty well wraps it for right now. I have a pretty staunch policy that once I start to get a little stiff, get a little shake, a little uneasiness, I stop. Because I know in past, if I push it past that point, I can shoot longer, but my patterns start opening up and bad habits start forming. So I keep it just real light. I'm just getting started. This is first week of August, so I'm gonna try to be accountable and shoot every day just a little bit, and then keep maybe building it. If not, oh well. If I only shoot 12 arrows and they're all where I want them, that is awesome. Hell, my quiver ain't got but I only take 3 broadheads to the stand. I only have 3 deer tags, so I don't really need to be able to shoot 48 perfect bullseyes. I need 3 perfect every time. That's what I'm looking for. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this stuff, hit subscribe, hit like, tell your friends. Most of this stuff's fishing, but there's going to be some more hunting stuff coming soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.